Sammy, and welcome to the next episode in my stream theory playthrough of Assassin's Creed 4. So in the last part, we actually found the Assassin's stronghold or some sort, or at least James Kidd, what we thought was a fellow pirate, invited us over to this area where all these assassins are just living and chilling out. So I guess this is their one main stronghold in the Caribbean islands, and so far the rest of the Caribbean is essentially controlled by the Templars, and I guess they're trying to push back or whatever. Of course, Edward Kenway here is still just a pirate, or I guess he kind of persuaded his way into the assassins, possibly as like a a sort of begrudging alliance, just because we helped them out. We helped them out for now. I don't think he's a true assassin just yet, even though he may wear the garb. Well, before I go any further, I should probably say, of course, what I always say in the beginning of streams, is that the stream theory playthrough is a type of playthrough in which I not only play the game live on Twitch, but also try to provide a little bit more commentary and analysis on what I am experiencing than maybe the typical playthrough will show. So I think now that we did a series of missions regarding that, helping the assassins, now it's like, now we can either go back to exploring, go back to the next main mission, which I suppose is, not here. That is, this one's actually a side quest. Where is the next actual main mission? Whoa, it's way over here. Okay, back in Nassau. So, I'm not sure if we want to do that quite yet. And even if when I do decide to go that route towards the next main mission, it'll be a pretty long trek of exploration just to make it there. You know what? I went this way before. I explored this area first, so I think now I might actually head north through here. I know it's not like one point before I was afraid of going south because of this what do they call forts? The forts. We have probably a tough barrier to get through. So I actually went the other way around, which is basically what the game pitted me to do, or because I started over here. Anyway, that's a long story. You can check out those parts in my archives. For now, I think I'll check out this area, Tulum, get all the collectibles, side activities, maybe do a little bit of hunting. Now that the assassins here are, in general, they are allies, they won't hurt me. And I think there's a fairly good reason to do hunting. We can talk about that later. Next side quest is right here with James Kidd, so I think I will go ahead and start that up first thing.
Now follow on. I have one last secret to share.
How long have you been one of these assassins, eh?
Couple years now. I met Atabai in Spanish Town. And there was something about him I trusted. Sort of wisdom.
Is all this his idea? His clan?
No, sir. Assassins and Templars have been at war for thousands of years. All over the world. The natives of this new world had a philosophy like our creed, for as long as they've been here. When Europeans arrived, our group sort of matched up. Cultures and religions and languages keep folks divided. But there's something in the Assassin's Creed that crosses all boundaries. A fondness for life and liberty.
Sounds a bit like Nassau, no?
close, but not. Here we are. Take that stone you discovered from the Mayan Stela and put it there.
Alright, I guess we're finding out what the Mayan Stellas are for. I guess it's ultimately to unlock this. So there we saw like the classic sort of walk and talk way of delivering exposition, I suppose. Their exposition devices in games. And you know, back when they first were introduced many
That's
years
one.
ago,
Couple dozen more and you're in.
And what will this effort
pretty good
gain me?
storytelling technique.
Respect for a start, from the men and women you put in danger here. And if that ain't enough, there's a treasure behind that door. Something many centuries old. I reckon if you made the effort to find every last one of those, it'd be worth your while.
So you sailing back to Nassau?
When I have another contract there, right? This is my home for now.
Okay, well I guess that was a pretty simple mission. I guess that was just a weird way to introduce the whole reason for doing the Mayan Stellas, the little, I guess it's a motivating sort of thing regarding the Mayan Stellas. So this is what the icon in the map meant. It's in here. The final place where you unlock whatever it is behind the door. So I would want to go theoretically to all the other Mayan Stellas in the world and then come back here, place all the keys. Something will open up and I'll be rewarded for that. So gives me a reason to do that. I'll be back to the walk and talk there. So didn't want to talk through that cutscene. It's one of the challenges of playing a game like this with a lot of cutscenes. Is I have to try and talk around them. I don't want to interrupt any sort of story going on. But yeah, back to the whole walk and talk. It's a storytelling method. They're pretty efficient ways of doing exposition because they don't take you out of the game quite like a cutscene does. You get to remain in the game. Still have a sort of some degree of control and interactivity with it. Even though you're not controlling what your character says, you aren't simply sitting back and listening to a cutscene. You're actively engaged in what's going on. You're following the character there, and Assassin's Creed games have used that storytelling technique multiple times. It's one in their holster, their arsenal of storytelling techniques, and I guess games in general have been using that for quite a while. I think going back probably as far back as, I don't know, Half-Life or something like that. And a lot of, possibly even further back than that. Because even games with cutscenes can rely on those sort of AI companions and with a walk and talk to deliver some interactive storytelling, exposition sort of things. All right, let me mark some place to go while I continue to talk here. Collect some stuff. I'd have to do a little bit more research to point out exactly where the whole walk and talk thing started as a storytelling technique. But it does go pretty darn far back, where we have had AI. I can't climb up there. Okay, I'll probably climb up here. We've had AI dialogue deliver story information within, while preserving interactivity, without doing it through a cutscene or any non-interactive means. Okay, looks like pretty close. Be around here. All right, here it is. Yeah, again, I'm not entirely sure what the first game was. Let's look at a game that has AI companions that also deliver story, and I think Half-Life was one of the first to have done it. I know Half-Life was one of the first games that had or that didn't use cutscenes, that game was a totally, interactive experience from the beginning to end. So it makes sense that it would use that type of storytelling technique as one of its techniques, one of its many ways of delivering story. All right, next place I can go. There are no places nearby, but walk over this way. The reason why I like it is because it doesn't take you out of the experience. It preserves interactivity. However, it's not a be-all and end-all way to tell a story, and it's not even a be-all end-all way to tell exposition. I mean, you can rely on any one technique too often, and maybe the Assassin's Creed games do tend to rely on the walk and talk a little too often. Is this another one of those mine stellas where I can get that later? And maybe they do rely on it too often, but for the most part, it does work well for me. I think a key thing there is that you don't make the walk and talk way too long. You're not constantly walking, because I think if they are too long, then it can just get really boring. You start to notice what the game is trying to do, and the illusion is essentially broken. So the whole point of the walk and talk is to keep you preserved in the game, but after a while you start to you see through that illusion, and when you do that, the whole point is gone. You don't want to be that long that it's actually going against the whole purpose. Okay, let's give this a shot. And the key's over there. So far, the walk and talks we've seen in Assassin's Creed 4 specifically haven't been too long. They've been just long enough to, give the relevant information that they want to give, and then bring you back to what you need to be doing. Bring you back into the more proper gameplay. If there are, if you want to actually define tiers of gameplay, tiers of interactivity, you could say, right now we are in full control of our character. We can do pretty much anything. We can draw our weapons. We can climb trees and stuff. But when we're in a walk and talk, it is a much more scaled back level of interactivity, because it needs to deliver that story at the same time. But yeah, it is a pretty good storytelling technique that can be abused too much. It is possible. Thus far, we haven't seen this game abuse it too much. But I'll keep an eye out for that. If it does end up abusing it, I'll bring it up again. Now let's get back to the side quests proper, just exploration, before we get to our next missions here. Next place we want to go. Oh, this is the place with the alligators, right? Actually, no, this one has a tiger. Or is that a leopard? I wonder if I use one of these. Can. These work for hunting as well. So it's up there. So I wonder if the leopard skin is going to be useful for any sort of upgrades. As far as the hunting goes, I think, or it does seem like there are better reasons for for hunting in this game than the game that actually introduced it, than in Assassin's Creed 3. Because it seems to be inherently tied to the upgrade system way more than what it was in Assassin's Creed 3. Particularly the ship upgrades rely on resources that you gain from ship combat. And a lot of the equipment that you can upgrade require resources that you get from hunting. And from there, I was equating hunting on land to, say, the ship combat in the sea. The ship combat in the sea seems a lot like reminiscent of hunting on land. So they have a sort of they share a similarity in terms of gameplay. Like, there's really no inherent reason to do ship combat outside of missions, but you can do it in order to gain resources. So it is very much like hunting is on land. So I'm gonna equate hunting animals on land on sea to the ship combat. It's very similar to the hunting, as far as what you actually get out of it in here, and a lot more of the upgrades in this game compared to Assassin's Creed 3 require resources that you can only get from hunting animals and or hunting ships out in the sea. Am I going the right way? To my left, I need to go find these. I don't know if they're alligators or crocodiles, but I'm pretty sure there's an upgrade tied to the crocodiles. Yeah, I think they're crocodiles. No, they're the alligators. In this part of the world, there are alligators. Alligators in Florida. In the Caribbeans, crocodiles are in like Africa and other parts of the world. I'm pretty sure there might be cases, specific species that I'm not thinking of, but right there is one of those alligators. So I don't know how I'm gonna hunt this. I just like, do I have to shoot it, or how do I do this? Can't assassinate it. And use my blow dart. Pretty efficient hunting tool, or I can probably just use my gun as well. I'm thinking the blow dart is, putting it to sleep is a more effective hunting means. I don't know if that same mechanic carries over to the hunting here, where there's in Assassin's Creed 3, if you use more aggressive means of hunting, like using guns for instance, you would destroy some of the resources that you would normally gain out of hunting if you just use your blade. So you're rewarded for doing it the harder way, which I guess makes some sense. Yeah, I got one of these. Oh, it was a jaguar. Okay, maybe I'll get one of these howler monkeys as well. Get one of each for now. Assassin's Creed 3, there were reasons to do hunting, but a lot of the special items you could get from crafting the resources that you gain from hunting, like skins and bones and whatnot, were far more optional. You really didn't have to worry about hunting really all that much. The rewards were far less useful, and I think in this game, many more of the of the upgrades require some sort of resources along with the money, along with the cash. I think they balanced it like that on purpose because they want to incentivize hunting a little bit more. In Assassin's Creed 3, the majority of the items you could buy, upgrades you could do, just only required money. Not really require resources. They were just very specific items that you could also get using hunting resources. No, but I haven't really taken advantage of that quite yet, so I don't know, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Okay, there's one. Gonna get more darts. That's okay, that should be everything in this world. I don't know if I need a naval drop. What is that all about? Well, I guess I'll pick one of those on the way back to the ship. Really close by. Rum times 3. Basic resource. There's another one over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so pretty much got this area covered. Return back to the ship. And I think I'm going to make my way over perhaps to the next mission, or if there are any other of those Templar hunt missions. Head over there as well. None in this area. Look closer. Some of these other islands. See if any other thing pops up. Random chest over here. Okay. Oh, now that I've done, yeah, now that I've actually done the diving for the first time, I think I can do these types of missions too. I'm pretty sure these are just diving missions. That's what this icon means. I can go to this area and then I can dive down and explore a wreck or whatever. So maybe I want to try that mission first. Anything else left here? It claims that there is one side activity actually, yeah, one assassin contract mission here before this area is considered complete. I've noticed that areas that are complete, you've done everything in the area, are marked in gold or yellow, whatever, gold, I suppose. And if there's anything left to do, they won't be gold; they'll just be white. I noticed here that one of the assassin contracts here has not been collected, so I'll probably make a roundabout trip back there. So right now I'm looking for any other Templar hunt missions I might have missed. There are more things to do here. Where is this area? Arroyos, assassin contract, 1 of 2, so seems like each area has at least 2 assassin contracts before I have to do each one, or both of them rather, where it's considered complete. Maybe I'll head that way while I'm going all the way back to Nassau. I can also make pit stops on each and every one of these locations on the way, if I'm going this way. So what I was hoping the game would do was that, so far the game has been pretty good at introducing each and every one of its various mechanics at certain points in the game. So I've been waiting for the game to formally introduce the whole fort takeover thing, and it hasn't done it yet. And it's fairly late in the game to have not really seen that, so I'm kind of surprised that we haven't been introduced to the whole fort takeover thing. However, I can still, just try and go after it myself. I don't need the game's permission to do it, which is a good thing. If you want to do it before the game introduces, that's totally fine by the game. So, are there any shops here? Right, I guess that's the one thing this area is missing. There are no shops. All right, let's go. Yeah, let's go back. I can buy stuff on my ship right through here. Oh, that's another thing I need to be keeping track of. Is my fleet. I should be setting more ships out, getting rewards that way. So yeah, a lot to keep track of in this game. See what else is there here. So these only require money. I can buy better equipment. So I think all this is here is just showing me what is available to me in shops right now, as just a reminder. I was wondering why I could even access this in the first place. Like, what is the point of this? And I was thinking the reason why they show me this at all is just so I don't have to go all the way back to a shop in order to see what's available. I can see that at any time. However, if I do want to buy it, I do have to go back to a shop because I can't buy it from here. It doesn't make sense that I can be able to buy it from here. I mean, of course, I would have to go to a shop. From the shop, I can purchase. So this is the only purpose of this, is just to see exactly what is available at at a given time. However, as far as ship upgrades, ship upgrades are different because within the context of the world you have your ship available to work on right now. You don't necessarily have to go to a harbor master to get ship upgrades. Okay, so it makes sense in this regard that I can buy ship upgrades. However, new stuff, I think I would have to go to a shop for. I believe that's the distinction here. It's because I have access to the ship, I can do ship upgrades to it. Yeah, I can do this stuff. Ram strength, round shot strength. Maybe I'll do that. Heavy shot. Upgrade that. Yeah, these are costing a lot of money now. Crew's quarters, let's see. Cargo storage. I could use more crew. Crew will help me with boarding. Now I have the maximum amount of crew, I think. So that'll be really help in boarding. Harpoon strength. That one's fairly cheap. I'll go for that. Rowboat armor. Okay, so now I'm low on cash. This will probably allow me to give me a better chance against the better harpoon targets like the whales. I've been doing the rowboat armor. I think that's enough as far as upgrades. So I think the way the game works is I can upgrade my ship from here, but I can't purchase items from here. That makes sense because of what I said before. I have access to the ship now. I can use my resources that I have on hand to do the upgrades myself, or using my crew. However, in items I can't just get those out of thin air. So I have to actually go to a shop in order to get those items. All right. While I'm here, let me work on this fleet. All right. So I have looks like I have a certain amount of slots. HMS Experiment. Gemstones. I wonder what the gemstones are all about. Okay. Down to the fleet. Fleet is full. HMS Sedgwick. And in order to get more ships, I need to add more docks. That takes up 20. See, 14. It's pretty fast. Okay, so here I can decide to if I want to add it in, I can choose to salvage another ship to free up a slot. I only have 4 slots right now, or I can add more docks to add more slots. I think for this one's a fast ship, but I'll just salvage this one. It's also a fast ship. This one's much better. I'll add more docks just in case. I'll add this one if there are any more. Scarborough. I don't think this one's a brig. Okay. I like that speed stat. 70 speed is pretty good. This one's more of an all-arounder. 32, 45, 40. This one is 22, 54, 25. No, I think I'll... It doesn't seem that good. Okay, so third one is cargo space. Sure, maybe I should actually salvage this one. Just because this firepower is so low that I doubt its ability to actually... Pretty low cargo space as well. This one's a little bit better. Now I'll salvage it. Okay, so... missions successful. They should be... Yeah, they should be successful because all of them are 100%. Okay, so... get some money out of that. Also, unlock some stuff too. Bracelet. Okay, so... a lot of different areas unlocked now. 3 areas, and each of them with various other types of things too. So now that I have a few more ships, I have 4 ships now, or 5 ships. I can do 5 missions at one time, or I can send... pretty sure I can also send multiple ships to do one mission at the same time, so... hazardous, okay. Well, these are all considered hazardous. Another thing about this is that they're doing something that we haven't seen before. Adding one little extra twist is that I also have to include resources to trade, which was not necessarily a requirement in previous versions of this sort of extra minigame, where I'm sending out people to go on missions in various parts of the world. Usually you just send them out and they do the mission. Here, now that we also have to commit resources to the mission as a trade. So the only one I can do here is I can only do 2 of them. Let's try this one. This one has a 98%. This one is 82. This one has 100. Okay. Actually makes sense because that ship was a captured ship. One of the best ship in my fleet. So that was actually a good capture. 200. Maybe I'll send it out towards a much better mission. Send this one out for this one. We'll save the experiment for a much more rewarding mission, if I can find one. None of these. This would be more rewarding, however, I don't have the resources to actually start that. Alright, well. If that's the case, I will just send whatever ships I can. All the other ones are unavailable to me right now. Yeah, I can only do 2 missions right now. I don't have. Okay, that's all I can do right now. Once I have the resources, I can do more. These other ships I just have to wait. Seems like okay. Now we got that done. We can actually get out of here. And head towards the next thing. Okay, so you can also do Edward upgrades, crafting as well. So many things I have to keep track of. I have to make sure I visit this at all times. Let's see if I can craft some stuff. I don't know. Crafting is unavailable at this time. Okay, so I have to be stopped. I actually needed pistol holster. Pistol holster 3. Humpback whaleskin. Pistol holster 4. I need 2 crocodile. I need to look for more. Right, deer hide. All right, a lot of these animals I actually don't have anyway. Don't have access to. So I think I made a mistake with selling all of those. Selling all of those skins before, without first checking to see if I could craft them. I mean, it did tell me at the time that I could use it towards crafting something. I probably should have been paying more attention to that. Okay. So the Edward upgrades are just okay. That's just weapons, jackdaw upgrades. Okay. Starting to get I'm starting to understand this a little bit better. I want to head over. I think I'm pretty sure I can do this mission now. So I'm gonna head over there. And then I'll probably start making my way over this way. I should be able to actually do the humpback mission now that I've upgraded the thing. Maybe I want to head that way. But first things first is this one. Definitely.
Loose all of it! Quick shot to the wind! Aloft, lads! Check those royals!
Who knows, maybe I will try to do the forts. Try to take on a fort. Not sure what that entails, but I at least like to attempt it, despite the game not really telling me, or not formally introducing them to me just yet. I don't think these ships will attack me unless I bother them. I'm not in a restricted zone. Keep an eye on these little islands that'll usually have something This one has one of those glyphs, so I'll just make a pit stop on my way. It's okay, we won't be here that long. Just need a glyph. I'm not sure where it is. It's just gonna appear here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Well, these islands are a little strange. They're single-purpose islands. They only have one thing on them, so I don't know. They're just, I guess, time wasters, I guess. I mean, there's really nothing to the island. It's just a really bland, boring island. Maybe it's just just another thing to keep the compulsive explorers and collectors occupied. Like me, I guess, like myself. Give me another thing to do. Well, most people will probably just, Alright, let's get off. Why am I on here? Most people will probably just sail on by. Me, I have to stop and get that glyph. How am I as far as ammo? 14 mortar. Basically full up. If I want to do any sort of naval combat, I could. I am looking for metal. If there's any ship with metal, I think I'll go after it. Most of my... Oh wait, that's actually... That is tempting. I'm gonna make a U-turn then. It is an isolated ship, all by itself. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wreak some havoc. San Lorenzo. This guy has a lot of metal. I should be able to do a lot of upgrades. Most of my upgrades that I can do are related to or require metal. It looks like there's more ships on the horizon. I gotta be careful. Alright, engage. Ramming speed. Boom. And try heavy shot on it. Want to ram me, right? So I'm just gonna do the heavy shot on you. Also do the mortar on him. Wow, this was actually a pretty good ramming ship. Almost got him though, almost. board him now, right? Let's do it. Before this guy catches up. Alright, come on. Board, 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 board. There we go. Got a board before that other ship actually engages. Then I have to fight him too, fight that ship as well. This one I think I'll just repair. All I want are the resources. Definitely need to repair. The one thing about the Send to Kenway's fleet thing is, like, I don't really know the strength of the ship. So I don't know if I want to actually commit to that. It's just you have to. I guess you have to get that from the feel from the combat with it. If it feels pretty strong, maybe you want to actually send your ship. Now I'll just repair my ship. Got my resources. Maybe I want to run away. Alright, this ship is actually going to engage me. I don't think I actually want it. It does have metal, not quite as much metal as the other one then. This one I'll just try and run away. Once to pursue, I have these barrels for it, so. Doesn't seem to want to actually engage. Turning around. Alright. I actually like that little detail about the AI, is that if they see that you're running away, they won't necessarily engage you to the ends of the earth. Like, sometimes, some games will have it where, once you aggro an AI, I think Dark Souls does this a lot too. Once you aggro an AI, they will hound you no matter what. Like, they don't recognize that you don't want to fight them. Actually in Dark Souls I think they had areas where they reside, and if you go beyond that area you lose aggro. But in general, when you're within that area, once you aggro an enemy, they'll hound you as long as you're within that area. I don't know, maybe Dark Souls is not a good example to talk about AI, since it is a very different game, but I think it's a nice little touch here that it appears that the AI actually looks like it can recognize when you're running away. It's kind of a complex thing for it to know, for it to recognize that you aren't engaging with it, that you're running away. So if that's actually the case, that's actually part of its behavior, then good on Ubisoft for having that, for being able to implement that. Okay, so can I actually do this? Oh no, area not available. I thought it would be available now, considering I did the diving. I was introduced to the diving, but apparently not. So far, these types of areas have been the biggest question mark for me in this game. Like, why can't I do it? Alright, so I'll do the humpback whale. Pretty sure I can take it down now. And it's really weird to see something like this, where it's clearly in the world and we can get to it, but it's gated. It is gated for me. I guess that's another example of the of the artificial or arbitrary gates. Like, that mission is gated from me for no particular reason, or no obvious reason to me right now. I feel like if you are going to gate the player, you should contextualize that gate, that barrier. And you know, this keeps coming up over and over again because that is a feature that you kind of, or not a feature, but it is an aspect of open world games that you always run into as you're exploring the open world. Is, you know, how the game lets you approach that world. Are there barriers? Does it block off certain parts of the world? And also, why does it block it off? And it feels kind of cheap whenever an open world game blocks off an area for no apparent reason. I feel like if there is going to be an area that it needs to block off for, I don't know, because of sequencing reasons, because it'll break that sequencing if you go in early, like you need to do something earlier in the game in order for that area to make sense, or for you to even be able to access the area in the first place. Like, you need a certain prerequisite, either an item that you need to approach that area, or a story reason. But you know, the trouble really arises when it feels like it's arbitrary, when it's just like either the game's saying the area is just not available yet, you know, turn around, leave, or if it's like a wall, a literal wall that doesn't make sense in the world, like we've seen before, where it's like an animus wall, like saying memory not available. Those have appeared a lot in previous Assassin's Creed games, where if you go to an area you're not supposed to go yet, it'll say that, oh, your character has no memory of this area, so you can't actually access this area. And those are usually presented as these like holographic walls in the animus that I either can't cross, or in some games like in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, if you delve too far into that area, then you just flat out die. You just automatically die. It's pretty funny to see. You just fall dead for no reason. So I guess all I really want is some more. Is for it to tell you why you can't access that area, or provide more contextualized diegetic. And by diegetic I mean reasons that make sense within the world. Diegetic just means in world. I would want those reasons to be contextualized and make sense within the world. Let's try this harpooning again, going after this whale. Now that I have a stronger rowboat, stronger harpoons, maybe I'll stand a better chance. And I needed this for certain upgrades. That's a humpback.
Approach secure, Captain! Here we go! Got it!
And even with the stronger...
He's turning the sea red! Ah, yes!
Even with the stronger harpoons, like,
got it!
barely damaging these guys.
He's gone! Where are you, you bastard?
Where is this guy? This kinda... Oh, wow. Holy
Secure
crap.
the rope! That's right! Tire yourself out! Got it! Stung him!
Pretty sure PETA will frown upon this part of the game, because it kind of glorifies hunting and rewards you for it.
Damn it!
And I'm not sure I particularly like it myself. The fact that fact that the game glorifies hunting and like gives you it incentivizes you to do it because you get lucrative rewards that help you out, like for the rest of the game. But I guess the rewards are so, or at least right now, they seem to be so good that it's like it doesn't make sense not to do it. It doesn't make sense to just decide not to do it on moral reasons from, you know, the player perspective. And it's also a mismatch of what say I value versus what my character values, and like he doesn't care. He doesn't care about about hunting whales or the impact on the environment. He's not considering that. Okay, so I won't head too far in that direction. I will. If I want to do this assassin contract, possibly. Yeah, on my way back, I'll do the assassin contract. I think it's too far. I have to set limits on myself for how far I want to go. Like, this seems close to where I am now, but because I eventually want to head over in this direction, which probably won't happen in this episode, to be honest. I'll head over here first. Yeah, I'll start heading over in that direction now then. So yeah, these days whaling is highly illegal, of course, because whales are super endangered and risking extinction by hunting them anymore. But even besides just the lawful aspect, it's also extremely frowned upon from a moral perspective, just because it's like, at least these days, hunting isn't used for survival, rather for sport, and then there are immoral implications with that. Here, at least there's the one good thing we could say about it is that there is a survival aspect. There are actual uses for hunting in this game, like at least when these guys are hunting, it is not for sport. You are getting resources from the animal that you're putting into effect. So I guess that's something, but you know, it doesn't really make me feel any better about it. If I'm truly going to sympathize with the character Edward Kenway here, he seems to enjoy the whaling, and as far as rewards go, it would make sense for him to do it. So I'm not going to not do the whaling because of my own. Wait, what is this saying about Naval Fort? Where is the Naval Fort? Oh, it's over here. There are also enemy ships. Okay, so I want to do this fort. Maybe. This is right here. Okay, let's give it a shot since we're here. Maybe I want to repair the ship before I... Okay, yep, we're engaging. Like mostly mortars. Okay, gotta turn. Oh boy. This looks pretty tough, actually. How do I... Oh boy. When do I actually have any time to do the attacks? Yeah, this is pretty exciting, but it's also very seems like it's very difficult too. Oh boy.
Here it comes! Steady now! When it touch!
Like there's barely any time to do any of the to do any actual attacks on it. Oh dear. Can I turn? Can I turn? Like thread the needle here.
Here it comes! Steady now!
I kind of wish I had way more health to do this. At least with the mortars, I have plenty of time to actually escape those. But if I do get hit, I get a lot of damage. Alright, so... make another run on this thing. Oh dear. Maybe I should just leave. I need way more health to survive against these guys. Oh man. If these guys want to pursue, then hopefully they'll allow me to repair my ship. Okay, so, yeah, that's really tough. I'm gonna get out of here. Probably should only approach those areas when I have full health. Alright, well I guess that's a good first introduction to the forts, even though can't take it on. Like, I now know what I probably should bring to it next time I give it a shot. Oh boy, I think my eyes are all red right now. I'm concentrating so much. Kind of sting.
It's a hot dog! Fancy a wee swim, do you?
At least I have a nice leisurely trek to the next one. Give me a nice break from concentration. Saw me play Dark Souls. You saw sometimes I would concentrate so much like that I would barely blink, and then my eyes would get all red. The harbor master better not say anything about not being able to repair my ship. 'Cause that's just, let me repair my ship. So first impressions on those forts, pretty interesting. Seems like a good challenge. Does seem like they're possible to do, but they're also, I need to go at it with full health first. I don't think I'll have a chance if I go at it with any sort of damage. Alright, so while I'm here I can do an assassin contract, and maybe I'll head over. After that, I'll see if I have any time to do anything else.
¿Puedo ayudarlo con algo?
Please let me repair. Yeah, I have nothing to repair. Okay, why is this... When I'm not streaming, I'm gonna have to look into why I can't repair this. That doesn't make any sense. Why can't I repair? So far, I've only successfully been able to repair when I actually have when I've boarded a ship and that repair option comes up. But when I'm at harbor master, for some reason I can't repair ship. I don't know why. I'll have to look that up. Is it a known glitch, or are there some requirements? Whatever it is, the game isn't making it clear to me. Which and because the game isn't making it clear to me, I'm thinking it has to be some sort of glitch. But, you know, I'll look that up and see what's up. Hull armor is important. I have the metal for it. Yeah, hull armor. Definitely need that hull armor. Just, like, no matter how good I am at ship combat, seems like always takes some damage. And it seems like the best way to avoid getting damage in ship combat is just to end it as quickly as possible. So maybe some offensive stuff will work out as well. That'll be something for later.
Hecho. Suerte.
Here are the assassin contracts. Yeah, the assassin contracts are one of those elements in the game that I actually participated in before the game actually formally introduced them, which was only recently when I was talking with James Kidd, who showed me the whole assassin contract thing. But I've already done a few of those, so let me, okay, reward. This Templar associate hopes to regulate and control the rum trade in the West Indies using force and violence. His next rendezvous will take place in Arroyos. Find and kill him. Okay, so at least it's in the same city this time, or it's in the same little harbor town. That is a lot of guards. Okay, so don't want to do a direct approach. Okay, another guard. Probably want to approach from a different direction from the side. Where is he going? Oh, he's taken off. Okay, so this is, I guess, it's a ship mission. So it seems like, if I'm so inclined, I can probably take him down before he reaches his ship. Now I have to actually chase him in my ship. Let's go. Alright, so do I have to actually engage the ship, or do I... just follow? Let's see. Well, it just says kill, so... thinking I should engage the ship.
These waters are well guarded, sir.
Ship might make berth somewhere. That might also be the case. I think we're both fighting the wind. Oh no, the fort again? It's a different fort? Oh, it's a different fort.
Last man, keep the village. We're incoming safe.
I don't want to fight this fort. No, I don't.
Stand against them, sir. Fire! Enemy reinforcements coming! Let's get the
Alright, this assassination mission officially sucks. Alright, this I think is a little unfair. The fact that he runs straight to a fort. Pretty much screwed. It looks like actually I can board now, so I'll give that a shot. I don't want that. My guns for this. Alright, get up there, get up there. Now that's a little... seems like a little unfair, but it looks like I'll be able to. Here's my target. The game will actually let me go there. Alright, got my assassination. Gotta finish my boarding now. Right, that was almost a disaster, but it seemed like I was able to recover. Repair. My only option anyway. Now, were there or were there not other ships here for me to take down? Do I want to do that fort? I'm not sure if I should. Yeah, it looks like those ships are actually gone. They only have the loot to pick up now.
Some wrecked cargo adrift here, sir.
I am at full health, so if I want to try it, might be prudent to try to give it a shot. Okay, the thing about this particular fort is that I can continually sail around its defenses. Pick at it from afar. Gotta get out of here, don't want to go into that circle. So I'm not gonna be talking that much while I'm doing this. Seems like I have to concentrate a whole lot to be able to take down this monster of a fort. Oh man, I was barely paying attention to this. Mortars are tough. Take down. Oh man, I feel a little sluggish. I wish I could go a little bit faster in turning speed. More left. Okay, so So far, this fort seems a lot easier than the other one, just because I can sail around it. So if I had to pick a sort of introductory fort to practice the whole fort assault thing, I might pick this one. Okay, nice. Oh, so that's just part one of the fort assault. Now I have to actually get in the fort. Infiltrate fort. Okay. I'm assuming this is going to be kind of like the boarding, or the way the boarding works, except in a fort instead of a ship. I guess they're not coming with me. They're... Can we do this myself, I guess? I don't know. Oh, they're already battling. There's already a battle going on. Okay. Oh, this thing? What do I do? Nope. Oh, there it is. Okay. Fairly straightforward. Kill the fort officers. Haven't had much chance to do that. Do the whole use a body to block bullets. Always fun when I can do that. Loot ammo. Yes, I want to loot ammo. Oh, bullets full anyway, but sleep darts are not full. Can I assassinate this guy? Can assassinate that guy? Okay. Might be able to sneak up on him. There we go. That's the way to do it. Climb up, climb up. There's a glyph over here, I'll go after that. There it is. Don't know why I didn't see that before. Treasure chest over here. Another glyph over here. Yeah, the battle can keep on raging. Now, so the other people fighting in here, are those meant to be my crewmates, or are they meant to be like opportunist enemies of like a true pirate? Shooting him in the back. So those the allies that are fighting, are those meant to be my crewmates, or are they somebody else? anything else of this? That's the destination. There's one more chest back here. As far as who my allies are there, I guess it doesn't really matter who they are. All I know is that I have some help. Open the chest. Is there a particular reason why I cannot open this chest? Okay, I wonder if this is like a troll from the developer here. Oh, there we go. Like putting the chest right outside of this stalking zone makes it difficult to do, make it difficult to actually open it. A practical joke from the design team over there, but I eventually got it. Okay, there we go. Let's go formal execution style. Forts are pretty interesting, I would say. There, the whole multi-part thing about the forts, making them like a two-part mission in a sense. You have to do a land onslaught or a land battle, and then once you penetrate the defenses, you can get in and finish the job there. Oh, and now it becomes like naval contract. Okay, now it becomes another place where I can do missions, and it also acts kind of as a grand sync point that allows me to. We saw items pop up in the world now that we've freed this area. Okay, so that's pretty good to know. As far as the difficulty of this particular fort, I would say this seems pretty easy. Compared to this one's much harder. Just because I'm able to sail around it, that gives me a pretty good advantage. I don't have here. Well, I have to go back and forth, which makes me easier to hit. The first impression on the forts, pretty challenging, interesting experiences. A good evolution of the way the forts worked in previous Assassin's Creed games, because this one incorporates the whole naval combat in them much more thoroughly. But for now, really like them. I can probably talk about them a little bit more as I do more of these forts. So I'll leave it at that for this episode. For now, I think I'll end it here. I'll end the stream here. I think that was a pretty good part. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of not main missions, but a lot of interesting side missions going on here. So with that, I will say tune in. Thank you very much for watching. You can check out all of the archives of this playthrough over on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/YamsterSam. You can also follow me on Twitter @YamsterSam. And also, if you like this series, if you like what I'm doing with my Let's Plays and providing more analysis in them, you can also show me that you like it by hitting the follow button below the video here if you're watching on Twitch. In any case, I will see you in the next episode. And until then, yeah, goodbye.